Your self-respect has to be stronger than your feelings. Close some doors today, not because of pride, incapacity, or arrogance, but simply because they lead you nowhere. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Life is inherently risky. There is only one big risk you should avoid at all costs, and that is the risk of doing nothing. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. The process never ends until we die, and the choices we make are ultimately our own responsibility. Life is available only in the present. That is why we should walk in such a way that every step can bring us to the here and the now. Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Life is 10% what you make it, and 90% how you take it. There are no passengers on spaceship Earth. We are all crew. But one of the big lessons I have learned from my journey is you can't please everyone, so don't try. Take chances, make mistakes. That's how you grow. Pain nourishes your courage. You have to fail in order to practice being brave. I made a resolve then that I was going to amount to something if I could, and no hours, nor amount of labor, nor amount of money would deter me from giving the best that there was in me. To be angry is to take revenge on oneself for the mistakes of others. Don't take yourself too seriously. Know when to laugh at yourself and find a way to laugh at obstacles that inevitably present themselves. When you have a dream, you've got to grab it and never let go. Wisdom is not wisdom when it is derived from books alone. By being yourself, you put something wonderful in the world that was not there before. The more you know, the dumber you sound to stupid people. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. To lead people, follow them. I'm not going to continue knocking on that old door that doesn't open for me. I'm going to create my own door and walk through that. Life is too short to waste time hating anyone, thinking that someone else can make you happy or unhappy ridiculous. A happy marriage is a long conversation, which always seems too short. You spend your first 20 years worrying what people think about you. You spend your next 20 years swearing that you don't care what people think about you. You spend the next 20 years realizing that they aren't thinking about you. For the great doesn't happen through impulse alone and is a succession of little things that are brought together. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. Never awaken a woman's love with no intention of loving her. It's a good place when all you have is hope and not expectations. Always remember that you are absolutely unique, just like everyone else. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Envy is a waste of time. You already have all you need. The shortest distance between 2 points is often unbearable. Action is 10 times more valuable than reading and planning. Experience is the best teacher. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. A lesson never ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. You've got to be in it to win it. Never make a promise you can't keep. Experience is a hard teacher because she gives the test first, the lesson afterwards. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Do one thing every day that scares you. Experience is the teacher of all things. Dream big and dare to fail. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. If you can do what you do best and be happy, you are further along in life than most people. We are all the bad guy in someone's story. Sometimes you need to stop seeing the good in people and start seeing what they show you. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Learn to let go, even if you are right. Find out who you are and be that person. That's what your soul was put on this earth to be. Find the truth, live that truth, and everything else will come. There is nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind, you are the one who hears it. Ambition is the path to success. Persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something. But I can't accept not trying. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
Leave the house messy and the yard unmowed for the weekend. You will remember the fun, not the clean house or yard. Make time for fun. It's always better to shock people and change people's expectations than to give them exactly what they think you can do. If you're not dating to marry, you're dating for heartbreak. Let that sink in and be in a serious relationship. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. We cannot solve problems with the kind of thinking we employed when we came up with them. The best way to respect yourself is to discipline yourself. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. You can be everything. You can be the infinite amount of things that people are. Happiness often sneaks in through a door you didn't know you left open. Life does not have to be perfect to be wonderful. Be persistent and never give up hope. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. The most important thing we learn at school is the fact that the most important things can be learned at school. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Don't pretend to be better than you are. Live life at your own pace. The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you. Do more. The race is won by the horse that outstrips its rivals by a head. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. If you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. You learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time. Don't worry about failure. You only have to be right once. It is indeed very hard to move on, but once you do, you'll realize it was your best decision. Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Learn to say no. Be frugal. Eat only real food. No wheat and limit carbs. The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. If you are a giver, remember to learn your limits because the takers don't have any. You might regret your speech, but you'll never regret your silence. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come without leaving happier. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failures are two of the surest stepping stones to success. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Do not fear getting hurt. You can't grow if you don't hurt. Keep your face towards the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. If you don't have any shadows, you're not in the light. People only want to hear the good, not the bad. So if you have issues, it'll be hard to find people to confide in. Respect yourself because people can see if you don't. Accept criticism, but never accept disrespect. Never close your lips to those who you have already opened your heart to. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, "I'm possible." Be the person you needed when you were younger. Failure is a great teacher, and if you are open to it, every mistake has a lesson to offer. When you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world. The best way out is through. A problem is a chance for you to do your best. You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens. Confident people have a way of carrying themselves that makes others attracted to them. There are no regrets in life, just lessons. I'm not going to continue knocking that old door that doesn't open for me. I'm going to create my own door and walk through that. There never exists a relationship without self-interest. In short, every one of us for sure is selfish. The calmer you are, the clearer you think. The walls you build to keep things out are also keeping things in. You can overcome bad habits only today, not tomorrow. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. You can't change the past, but can shape your future by learning from it. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. As long as you are alive, no obstacle is permanent. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Don't ruin your health in order to earn money. You will end up spending your money to recover your health, and that is not reciprocal. And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. How dare you settle for less when the world made it so easy for you to be remarkable? Work on you, for you. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. It is better to make an approximately correct decision than to make a precise mistake. There are so many great things in life. Why dwell on negativity? For me, Becoming isn't about arriving somewhere or achieving a certain aim. I see it instead as forward motion, a means of evolving, a way to reach continuously toward a better self. The journey doesn't end. If you don't clear your misunderstanding in time, they become the reason for distance forever. It is never too late to be what you might have been. When you stop chasing the wrong things, the right ones catch up. Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. Don't tell your friends that you're happy. Don't make them angry. Don't tell your enemies that you're unhappy. Don't make them happy. When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. Many of the people you told your secret to have already told it to others. Find out who you are and do it on purpose. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. Your deepest, darkest moment may be the best thing that ever happens to you. Don't let success go to your head. Don't let failure go to your heart. Keep smiling, because life is a beautiful thing, and there's so much to smile about. Time passes slowly when you follow it. It senses being followed. Believe and act as if it were impossible to fail. If a woman lacks sex for a long time, it is important for her to prioritize her own well-being and explore ways to fulfill her sexual needs and desires. Stop letting other people take advantage of you. Learn to say no and understand your rights. Love the life you live. Live the life you love. Success is falling 9 times and getting up 10. Before anything else, preparation is the key to success. Never expect too high. The more you expect when it doesn't meet your expectation, the more it's going to hurt. Always go with your passions. Never ask yourself if it's realistic or not.